Ladies and gentlemen, they're also, by the way, now incredible podcasters. So could you leave a little meat on the bone for us, ladies? Put your hands together for the two, the only Lynn Williams and Sam Mewis, everybody.
Hi, we are good. Thank you guys so much for having us. What an intro.
I know, that's amazing.
So act like y'all don't deserve it. Stop it.
Okay, yeah, you put, you strike fear in the hearts of defenders, and and now you're getting into the podcasting game, and we'll talk about it in a moment, because now look, we're in direct
Christian
competition.
and I are doing 2-a-days. We realize we need to keep up. You feel me?
But let's begin with obviously North Carolina Courage in the playoffs, a playoff game coming up this weekend. Sam, I know you are still dealing with an injury, and it's unfortunate that you haven't been playing and won't be able to play in this upcoming game. But what's the feeling like going into this playoff game for the Courage?
Well, we're excited. We needed things to go our way, and bless the Washington Spirit for beating Houston Dash, and we squeaked right in there. But it's amazing. I think that the vibe around the team is just excited to get into playoffs. We were watching the game at the airport, and everybody was jumping up and down when we realized we were in. So everybody's excited.
What do you do? Do you text Trinity Rami, by the way, friend of the show? Do you text Trinity? Great goal. Thank you very much. Here's a gift card to Starbucks. What do you do?
I should have. I absolutely should have. And I should bring her a gift because we get to go play them.
Okay.
Yeah. Why don't you give her the gift of scoring on her?
Exactly. I say thank you so much, and you're welcome.
And Sam, from your perspective, it's obviously your sister's on the Dash. What is the, you're obviously happy, but it comes at a cost, right?
Well, yeah. I mean, I guess obviously I always root for Christy, except when the Courage is involved. I got Courage in my blood, so I was 100% rooting for the Courage to go through to playoffs, and I'm just really proud of the team. It's obviously been a crazy year, and I haven't been there nearly as much as I would have hoped or liked, but I'm so proud of the girls, and I think it's just like a sign of everybody's character and dedication to the team that we're here now. So go Courage.
Okay. You guys play so much, especially just being, attached to the women's national team with all the different competitions that there are. Are you enjoying the break, or are you one of these like uber competitive people who are like, get this cast off me, I'll be fine? Like, where are you at?
Yeah, I think right after the Olympics, I think everybody kind of needed maybe 2 weeks to just be like, okay, I need to breathe and take a walk outside and have a home cooked meal. So I feel like for a couple weeks, I was like, okay, I'm kind of exhaling and taking this in and enjoying this time to reflect and take a little bit of a rest. And then literally 2 weeks in, I was like, oh my God, I hate this so much. I miss the team. I think it's tough. I love being around the team so much, both teams. And so I'm home with my husband and my dog. So on the one hand, it's wonderful, but there is this part of me that's I just need to get back with the team and get back to playing. I miss it so much, and I just love soccer. So being injured is really a difficult time.
All right. Yeah. And you mentioned the Olympics. Obviously, it was a difficult time for the women's national team, for fans, waking up at 5-4 in the morning on the East Coast and watching these games. But can you talk a little bit about the emotional toll? Obviously, being the COVID restrictions, it not being kind of like the normal Olympics. What was the feeling like when you guys got back, when you got bronze, and just that kind of final experience, even with a player like Carly Lloyd and stuff like that?
Well, I think that's a loaded question.
There's a lot packed in there.
Yeah. I think that, with the Olympics, it was hard. I don't think it was the Olympics of anybody's dreams. The fact that we didn't win gold, but also the fan situation. We were restricted. We couldn't really go outside. So having to be pent up in a hotel. And we would linger around at the field afterwards because we just wanted to be outside. And then you go on, you don't win gold, but we got bronze. And so I think there was something to be super proud of that. In a bronze medal match, it's a little bit different than like a gold medal match, where in the gold medal, you're winning a medal, whereas in the bronze, you can go home with nothing. So I think the team definitely rallied around that and was like, we're getting a medal and we're going to end on a win and we're going to end on a high note. But take it away, Sam. There was a lot of ups and downs during that Olympics.
Yeah, there was a lot of ups and downs for sure. And I think obviously lots to be learned from the whole experience. And I think the team definitely learned a lot and will come out stronger and have a lot of important lessons to take away from it. But like Lynn said, I think we always want to win gold. We always want to get first. We're American. And I think, we just have our sights set on what's next, I think, to hopefully build and grow and try to like win.
I need y'all to do me a favor and just take off the I'm gonna be respectful of the opponent hat real quick. And I need y'all to talk y'all shit because
that hat is like glued to my head. The hat never comes like glued. Yeah,
the media
like
training is strong here. But think about the level of excellence that you guys have achieved. That coming home with a medal in the Olympics was considered doomsday because the color wasn't gold. How insane is that? And what type of pressure? I mean, we're both stand-up comics. Imagine one of our jokes didn't hit. I'd be like, well, we still had a good set. If we got off and people were like, so is this over for your career? We're like, should your manager be fired? They're like, what? I mean, what is that? How does that pressure ever, does that help? Does that hurt? How do you feel about that?
Well, I think that just says a lot about the team. I think the team has such a history of success and of winning and coming in first that that is the expectation. And I think it's one of the most special parts of the team that we have this standard for ourselves that's really high. We know the rest of the world holds us to that standard and we want to be the best. That's what we go for every day. So I actually kind of like it. I think that it wouldn't be the U.S. women's national team without that kind of expectation and high standard.
Right.
Yeah, I agree. I just think that there's so much competition within the U.S. too that, you're a team, but until you like a roster is named, you're fighting for your spot every step of the way. So that just keeps the competition going and it makes you be like the best that you can possibly be. And so then when you go into tournaments, like you expect to be the best, because of everything in the past, like you expect to win. But it's a good reminder that like the past isn't now. Like you have to still perform. Like the past doesn't really matter in those moments. But I like it. I like the pressure. I think that's what makes us the U.S.
Hey, you guys, it's Christy Mewis, and I just kicked it with the Cooligans.
Given obviously that level of pressure, you guys bring that to your NWSL club as well. And it was interesting because when the Courage won NWSL championship, the last one you guys won, we were there. We were on the field. I actually took photos of both of you, and it was
we
awesome
stole
to
some
see
of the
you
gold
guys
confetti.
celebrating. It was an honor for us to be there. We couldn't even believe that we were even there.
Did you put it in a shrine?
Yeah. The gold
Obviously.
confetti is next to my most exclusive dunk lows, which Lynn, you and I have in common.
Which ones?
Alexis.
I'm not gonna say I have the Ben and Jerry's, but maybe they're over there.
Okay, look, all right. This is going to be the Stock X podcast. But obviously, when it comes to this playoff opportunity and this run, where do you feel the Courage are to get a chance to win another title?
I think this year looks a little bit different than the years in the past, but a couple of us have been saying this, like I'm getting 2016 vibes, where we just squeaked right in there. And I hope that continues to happen. In 2016, we obviously squeaked in and then won the whole thing. I think that the Courage is a different team when it comes playoff time because it's just do or die and you turn into you just see red and go crazy. But I think Washington, they're a good team. I think they're young and we've matched up well against them in the past. So we just got to take it one game at a time. And I hope everybody is just rearing to go. So I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, the only other thing I would add to that, like, would it mean something a little bit different given what this year has been? And obviously it's been challenging, not only for the Courage, but for the NWSL in its entirety. But is that sort of feeling, or is that thought going into, a part of it or a factor when thinking about these playoffs?
I think that it's like an unspoken thing right now. I think it would be a really cool story, a really cool turn of events for our team. The past, I would say, month has actually been really hard, emotionally, physically, mentally. And so for us to get into playoffs is one thing. And I think it would mean a lot if we could go far. But, I say this every day since the news broke that anytime we're out on the field, it's a win. So getting into the playoffs was a bonus, and we'll just see what happens.
And Sam, I mean, how long do the playoffs have to go before you think you might be able to get back in there?
Yeah, I know. I wish that I was that close. I really do. It's been really tough being away from the team. But again, like I said earlier, I'm just so proud of them. And I was going to add, everybody always used to make fun of us for like us thinking we were underdogs. And now it's like, okay, well, we'll see if we still have it. And I feel like we might.
Yeah, I mean, we were at that game, and that it was 4-0. It was a pretty for underdogs.
Yeah, we were like,
pretty impressive. I'll be honest.
Is North Carolina allowed to play with 14 players? How is this happening?
It was a very. Let's talk about snacks. Let's talk about the podcast.
Yay!
You guys have no idea how much of a shock that sentence is because Christian doesn't like food. So hearing the phrase "Let's talk about snacks,"
right?
It's embarrassing.
It is. I want to talk about snacks, not eat them. Anyway.
Oh, just like Roosevelt.
I was going to say,
Just like Roosevelt. But yeah, nothing like us.
Rose got so mad at me when I told her chili on pasta was trash.
Yeah.
Right.
She stands by Skyline.
She's very
stands by it.
I'm sorry, what?
Imagine if somebody ate chili and then vomited on a bowl of pasta. That's what they eat in Cincinnati. And they think it's great. It's horrific.
This is an ongoing thing. If people in Cincinnati love Skyline chili. Everybody outside of it doesn't.
I don't think they do. I just think they respect it because it's the only thing they have. But anyway, go ahead.
He's trying to get banned from Cincinnati.
Yeah.
I mean, that might be a gift. Are you kidding me?
So you guys.
And I'm from Newark.
You guys started a podcast, Just Women's Sports. Can you talk a little bit about why you guys got into the game, and talk a little bit about Just Women's Sports, because obviously there's a lot of athletes involved, and the sense I get is really about the athlete kind of taking over, probably their media image and how they're spoken about, and really get to use their own voices. So tell us a little bit about Snacks.
We are really excited to be working with Just Women's Sports. It's like obviously an incredible platform for female athletes, and I think just kind of providing that place, that one-stop shop for all women's sports. They show highlights, they tell stories, and they give us a platform to tell our own stories, to interview our teammates. So when Haley Rosen first reached out about possibly doing something like this, I was really excited. I was excited at the possibility of being able to do it with somebody like Lynn, and to be able to make the show whatever we felt like was important to talk about. So we always say it's a little bit of personal stuff, a little bit of fun stuff, a little bit of real stuff, and a little bit of soccer stuff. I said that out of order. It sounded crazy when I said it.
You gotta hit the talking points, Sam.
Yeah. I know.
We're new, okay? We're new.
Yeah. So, anyway, every episode we try to talk about something that's like not just fun, but maybe a little bit more difficult to talk about. And I think that that's been really one of our kind of like founding elements of the show, where we have just found it's really important, we think, for us to talk about those things publicly, even when it isn't necessarily easy. And then we've gotten to have some of our like good friends on. We actually had our partners on as well, which was a hilarious episode in season 1. And it's been great. Just Women's Sports has been an awesome partner in it. And obviously I'm honored to be doing it with Lynn, who is one of my best friends ever and a great co-host.
All right.
How was that?
So
a little
sweet.
all
That
over the
was
place?
so sweet.
No,
I liked it.
Confused there for a second. You're like, I'm your best friend.
it was a good pitch. It was filled with
I
compliments.
just wanted to know what she was gonna say. I was excited.
And your logo is an orange slice and a soccer ball. Ours is a pizza slice and a soccer ball.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Half a pizza and a stuff. You should have pretended like you've looked it up before. It's half a pizza. So she's like, who are you guys again?
Now that you mention that, they did tell us on the brief for this that you were going to ask us about pizza, and I was like, oh, well, good. Like, I'm a pizza girl.
She's a pizza
Okay.
head.
Yeah.
All right, and you're from the Boston area, so are you more
You see how he said that? You're from the Boston area.
Santarpio's, or was it Regina or Reggie? I can't remember the name of the one in the north.
Yeah, Pizzeria Regina, I think.
Yeah.
I don't discriminate against pizza. I love mostly like all pizzas, but I'm from the
This is
South
where you
Shore.
and I disagree here, because I am very much a pizza snob.
Oh,
Alexis has a lot of
interesting.
pizza prejudice, okay?
Yeah.
Okay, well, we might have to get into that, but I'm from the South Shore. We have a thing called bar pizza. And like, I don't think it's very well known anywhere else, but it's these like 10-inch pizzas that basically it's like a personal pizza, but they're like crispy around the edges. And I live in, like, I don't live on the South Shore anymore, but we just found a place near where I live that does bar pizzas, and they're so good. It's called Landmark. So I'm like fired up.
It was. It started out as Staten Island style, and then when the bridge was built for New Jersey, it became known as New Jersey bar pies. But it was invented in Staten Island, and it was a way of rolling out the dough so it was super thin and baking it in a pan. Especially because they're super popular in spinning ovens, which are originally used for bagels. I could get into the whole thing.
Yeah, it sounds like he's the original pizza head
What we
over
need right
here.
now is a Lynn Williams cam while Alexis talks about pizza because
By the
really
way,
it
for
was
the editor. For the editor, just show Lynn's face as I'm talking. Put me in picture because it's a little bit of fear.
Let's just do a little
It's a little
replay,
bit of
slow-mo
confusion.
replay reaction cam from Lynn Williams. That was
I can't. That is
she
like my
furrows
worst
her brow.
quality. It's my worst quality is I can't hide anything on my face.
No, she can't. I'm looking up you guys' logo. I need to see it.
You've got an incredible, absolutely no poker face is what I'm going to call it. But one of my favorite things about the pod is the more relaxed Sam gets, the more dialed up that New England accent gets.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. You should hear her when she's like with her family and with Pat. I'm like, yeah, she's
I
saying
found
some
it.
words.
Lynn, look,
Yeah,
it's
there
a
you
soccer
go.
ball with pizza on the bottom.
Hey, look
Yeah.
at that.
There you go.
Yeah. A crest, if you will.
I
Editors,
love that.
Cut this out so that it looks like we're popular.
I love that.
We should have a snack and a meal together.
Oh, now we're talking.
Pizza could be a snack or a meal.
It's
Hey,
both.
finally, we're getting to the real subjects on this show.
Yeah. Finally, what this show was built for, we're finally doing.
We have questions from fans that I want to make sure we get to. This is called the Gully Squad, our supporters group. You guys have the American Outlaws. We have the Gully Squad, and they have a bunch of questions for you. A lot of big fans of both of you. The first one, I thought we would get to this before, but I want to make sure I get to Lure McCoy, who happens to be an Orlando Pride fan. She asked a question. She said,
I don't know. Did it for you guys.
What are for Lynn and Sam? What are your favorite off-season snacks? And we also should ask what are your favorite in-season snacks as well?
Well, they're the same.
Oh, okay.
But I love chips, all kinds of chips, chocolate chips, potato chips. I don't know any other kind of chip.
They're the same
Baguettes with
family.
diamond
The chocolate
chips.
chip and the potato chip.
All the chips I cannot live without them. But I do go to Australia usually every off season, and this isn't really a snack, but their barbecue sauce for some reason is so good. And I dream about it when I'm on my way. I'm like, I can't wait to have barbecue sauce.
Okay.
Everyone listening in North Carolina just screeched their car to a halt that you complimented Australian barbecue.
Sorry.
Same for you, Sam?
I'm a chip girl as well. I don't really discriminate against food either. I'm kind of just like a vacuum. Like I'll just, if it's there, I'll
We
have
would
it.
be best friends.
Yeah, aren't we?
Yeah. Except you guys work out, so you don't look like me, which is a good thing, I guess. This is my favorite. This is from Nick Sint. He said, is the food better in North Carolina or in Manchester? I believe we know the answer to that. But for both, favorite place to eat in the Raleigh or North Carolina area? Do you have like a go-to spot?
We always go to Jubala for coffee and like breakfast sandwiches. They have like good food there.
And Sola.
And Sola.
Okay.
Bar Taco is not only in Raleigh, but we love Bar Taco.
Where
Trophy Pizza.
Trophy Pizza.
Go-to pizza place. Yep. So yeah, the food in Raleigh is good.
Yeah, no, North
just
Carolina's a
went
great
there.
food area.
Barcelona Bar, we've gone to a couple times. Now that I'm thinking, I don't think we get out much.
Not much, no. Definitely not much.
You guys named 4 places and started to sweat. You're like, does Bojangles count? You know, on the way home?
Wait, were you insinuating though that the food in Manchester wasn't good?
That's, I think, what everyone has been insinuating, including myself. I've been to England a bunch. I love England, but cuisine-wise, they're a little bit.
Well,
far behind us.
I know what you mean, but I feel like in where I lived, the food was actually like really good.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
All right. Well, then we're gonna need a
Where
list.
you
'cause-
live, Pat was making it for you?
Well, Pat, yes, my husband is a cook, so yeah, he cooked for me. But we would go to like Rudy's Pizza. We'd go to Trove for like sandwiches. Go to Federal, Tack. Like the food was like bomb, like really good.
All right. I'm gonna need a list because Christian and I
I
will
can
be
give you
there
a
in a
list.
couple weeks. Yeah.
I can give you a list for sure.
Hi, I'm Michelle Akers, and guess what I did today? I hung out with the Cooligans.
Amazing, guys. Thank you so much for doing that. We have a couple pieces of business before we wrap up. We have to get to our Galasso Gift. This is your opportunity to celebrate a goal on our TV show, which will then become a gift that will live on the internet forever.
Oh,
Alexis will give you a scenario, and then we just need you to celebrate that goal on screen. Alexis, what do you think?
All right. So for some reason, they've said both of you are on the pitch at the same time. And it's let's say it's a free kick. It goes awry, but Sam, you had it. Lynn scores. But they said just before this happened, if you guys had gotten an assist and a goal, then Lynn, you would get anything you wanted off the Sneakers app. And Sam, you'd be able to take your dog, which looks exactly like Christian's dog, every away trip you ever go. If you both got an assist and a goal, and you did. So how would you celebrate getting exclusive access to every Sneaker in the Sneakers app and bringing your dog everywhere?
Yeah. What's the celebration?
Did you get both of them?
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
Amazing.
We saw your freeze frame and we
got
saw
both of them.
Well, that really worked to get me fired up because I was like, oh my God, I can take Finn wherever I want. I was actually really happy.
Awesome.
All the shoes.
Yes. Which, by the way, all I do is take L's on this damn Sneakers app.
Before we wrap up, we have to do our we got to get plugs. So is there anything, Lynn and Sam, do you want to plug anything before we let you go?
I think
Your
we
name
just
is
want
not Lynn. Your name is not Lynn. My name is Lynn.
He said Lynn and Sam. Did you not?
I did.
Oh, I didn't hear the Sam part. Go ahead.
No.
You were ready. No, you were really ready. Go.
No.
Go. I'm so sorry. Don't be like this. Come on.
Well, I think we just want to plug our own podcast called Snacks. You can find it wherever you get your podcast on iTunes, Apple, or Spotify.
I'm Lynn Williams. And I'm Sam
Mewis.
Okay.
That was a horrible plug.
Great
I'll
outro.
clean it up. Okay, obviously follow both of them on social media, Instagram and Twitter, and also watch the North Carolina Courage this weekend take on the Spirit. November 7th, 5:30 p.m. Eastern time. NWSL playoffs are kicking off this weekend, so make sure you tune in. All right, I want to do one thing before we wrap up. Maybe if we have enough time, I don't know if Sam, you'll be able to do this, but I'll be right back.
Do you think he's getting his dog? Because I'll go get my dog.
There he goes.
Oh my god.
They're twins.
This is everybody. Okay, let's get them both on screen if we can. His name is Nutmeg.
Oh, hi,
This is Nutmeg.
Wait, this is deja vu. I knew that. How did I know that? I feel like I'm
They
having
look like
deja
they were
vu.
separated at birth.
Oh my god.
It's just crazy, right?
Can they bark for each other? Come on, Finn.
Can you say hi, Auntie Lynn?
Yeah.
Hi, my Auntie Lynn. Is he a cavapoo?
No, he is a golden doodle.
Golden doodle.
Yeah.
Why
How
are
much
some
does
of
he
them-
weigh?
Yeah. All right. We have to say goodbye, by the way.
Wait, why are some of them poos and why are some of them doodles?
Okay.
First of all, cavapoo sounds like something a child says when they poop their pants.
Okay, we'll sort it out offline. Then I'll answer the question. Everybody, thank you so much for tuning in. Make sure you follow at Soccer Cooligans on all social channels. Follow at Fubo Sports and subscribe to the YouTube for Fubo Sports so you can get the full interview, a lot of other episodes and stuff like that. So thank you everybody for tuning in. Finn and Nutmeg are very, very excited.
Yes.
So let us end the show the way we normally do, as is tradition. So for Sam Mewis and Lynn Williams, my name is Christian Polanco.
And for Finn and Nutmeg, my name is Alexis Guerrero.
And together, what are we?
The